3, 2. What's up, guys and gals? Jeez, yeah, I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry. That was crazy. That was wild. All right. What's up, guys and gals? Here's our first official podcast, The Thick and Tall Tales, coming at you for the first time. Here, let's get a little round of applause here. A little round of applause. If you want to applaud, that's cool. If not, okay. We're here. We're going to be talking. It's me, myself, and I, Ryan Johnson. Here I got a co-star here, Hoodward Tellurian.
Hello,
Say hi, guys. Thank you. Today, we're just going to kind of be talking about bullshit and stories and news, and y'all, love it, like it, come back and get you some more of it. Before we get started here, let's go ahead and take a moment for our sponsors to say something.
All right.
That was great.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Really want to check them out. That's for sure.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get things rolling here. We're going to start off with a little shittery of the week.
Yeah. So our first segment from now on is going to be shittery of the week. We want to hear y'all's shittery of the week. So make sure you comment below what you got, because we want to hear it.
Yeah.
But I'll go ahead and dive into mine. Hold on. Let me turn this up real quick. Check. Yeah, we're rolling.
Can you move the mic over a scotch or no?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, and just don't lean your head over that way.
Yeah. Well, so if y'all don't know me, I have an 8-month pregnant wife. We are about to have our first child together, and it's a little girl. But beside all that, finding something, like, I guess if y'all are listening and y'all have had pregnant wives before or pregnant girlfriends or whatever, you kind of know that, like, towards the end of it just really kind of starts going to shit, like, quick.
It's hard.
It's very hard, and it's very hard to, like, find something for her to do, because, like, you can't, like, her ankles are swelling. She's getting big to the point where, like, I'm putting on her socks.
And
like,
it's hot outside right now.
Oh, yeah,
too.
And it's hot as shit. Like, God bless her soul. It's hot as hell outside. But so I just tried to maybe get her into video games. Like, I thought, why not? Like, maybe something new for you to try. Maybe you'll like video games.
Yeah.
Well, obviously the hot game right now, as everyone knows, is the NCAA Football 25. So I jumped her on there. I was going to, like, do the whole thing, like, create a Road to Glory player for her. And so we did. And we started off with the name. She wanted to name him Prince, last name Charming.
That's a good name.
It's a cool
good name.
And I was actually okay with the name. And then I started seeing her get, like, a different kind of invested. Like, it was like, okay, here we go. Like,
it went from a football game to...
Like, she didn't know that you could change how he looks.
Oh.
Or, like, how tall he is, how muscular he is.
Oh, no.
And when she found that out, it just went... It wasn't about football. Like you said, it was like creating a Ken doll.
Yeah.
And so we had created this guy...
I was going to say that, too.
All the way through. He's 6'3", 220. Absolutely fucking stacked. He's a shit brick house, right? He's got short, spiky hair, 5 o'clock shadow. I mean, looks like something out of a movie.
Looks like something that
yeah,
that's not you.
Yeah, it wasn't me at all. And I had brought up that point, and I was just kind of like, why'd you make him look like this? Because usually when I create them, they're either like 7 foot or they're like 400 pounds, like something. And like I wanted to name him Poopy McPooperson. Like
Poopy McPooperson.
Like that was going to be his name. She didn't like that. And I just brought up, like, oh yeah, he's a pretty good looking character. And she's like, well, yeah, I made him to perfection. This is exactly what I would want.
Oh, no. That's what she wants. And that's not what she got.
And I brought up the point like you had just brought up. That's not me. There's not one similar feature.
What's that?
There's nothing. We don't have the same color hair. There's
no shadow.
No, I don't have shit on my face.
You're 5'8" and 300.
I'm not 5'8". Oh my god, no. I'm 5'11", 3/4. Not going to dive into this world right now. But it was just kind of a slap in the face for our first video gaming experience.
Yeah,
that was kind of It didn't hurt my feelings because obviously I see actresses in movies and stuff.
But it didn't help your pride any.
No, it didn't. Like, it wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I ended up playing with him. He's really good. Like, it just...
I would be curious if you, like, put her back on the game, if she just immediately wanted to make another character. Like, she forgot it's a football game. She's just like, okay, let me make
probably.
My guy.
It could have been that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been that. It was,
That's a hit. That's a hit.
I mean, I felt it a little.
Whether it hurts your feelings or not, it's not what you want. Not out of your woman. Not out of your wife that is about to have your child.
And I think that played a part in it, right? Like they're supposed to kind of hate you towards at some point in it.
And it just kind of it reassured you that you're not her favorite person.
Yeah, like if me or Brad Pitt walks in, like it's not going to be me.
It's a done deal.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably could be at your best physical fit. Like, you could be at your peak, and she's probably still going to go for Brad Pitt. I mean, he's Brad Pitt.
It feels like you're siding with her at this point.
I'm just saying he's Brad. You're no Brad Pitt.
I would be okay with the Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
I could.
You gotta be.
Still.
You gotta be.
Yeah, I could. Well, I wouldn't be prideful, but I would. Yeah.
I mean, it still would suck because your woman walks out with another.
If I go to a bar and they're like, "Why do you look so down?" Just be like, I mean,
I just got my woman's taken.
Brad Pitt.
From who? But from Brad Pitt. Oh, everybody's gonna understand.
Free beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, they're gonna pat you on the back. They're probably gonna be like, "Did you get a picture with him?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Get an autograph.
Can't fight him. His lawyers would tear my ass.
Yeah, and I've seen him on enough movies that like you can only fake that to a certain extent. Yeah. Like he's got to know some moves.
Yeah. I mean, Troy was.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, even in Bullet Train.
Bullet Train was great. There was a lot
shit.
of people that shit on that movie. Actually,
dude, I loved it.
Funny.
What was the guy? There was the twins. They called themselves the twins. What was the
bigger black dude?
No, the white dude. He's the act. I don't know. I thought he was cool. He was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. So I guess we can move on to my shitter. My shittery of the week is some sure enough shittery.
Oh, really?
Bad. It's gross. It's yucky. I'll say the least. So we both work at a gas company. We both work at our gas company, and I'm a service tech, so I'm out in the field. I go to people's houses. I go up to this one house in particular, and just walking up, you can just kind of get the sense that it's messy here.
Yeah,
it's a mess.
Right.
So I'm walking up, and I see it's messy. I see, trash and stuff everywhere. Not judging. I mean, I'm not the biggest picker upper after me.
No, I mean, mine's more like water bottles.
Mine's, and I mean, and like I'm not a fan of laundry. I would get it if I walked in their house and they had a pile of laundry. That's normal. But I'm talking like cars that you can tell haven't been running for 20 years. I mean, just there was a punching bag that was so sun rotted that it was just phenomenal that it was holding the sand. It was crazy. But so anyways, I'm walking up to this house, and then I start getting worried because I start getting an aroma, a scent that is distasteful. It's gross. It stinks, in other words.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. So I'm sitting there, walk up to the door. It gets stronger. There's trash outside, and it's hot. So I'm like, okay, it don't take nothing for heat and bad smell to make it rank. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Well, I walk through the front door, and I see plywood on the floor. So I'm thinking, okay, not really thinking much of it.
Yeah.
I go to step over it, or on it, actually, and they tell me, whoa. You're a big fella. You're a big guy. They put it politely, but it was still like,
oh no, that's a bad start though.
They said they said you probably don't want to step there. There's a hole under there.
No,
you might want to step around.
Yeah,
so then
what did they mean by?
But yeah, because I mean it was like 3/4 inch plywood, so it could have held me. But they
maybe the fact we have to think about it.
Yeah, it's because they made it beknownst, and there was a group of them in there at first. Well, anyways. So I'm in there to work on their cook stove, and I go over to the cook stove, and the smell gets worse. And there was just like, I walk in, they're free-ranging roaches in the kitchen, in the dining room. The man that I'm there to do it for, he sits down at the table and just kind of small talk, just banter. It's hard to kind of talk like banter-wise and make small talk. Like I got down by the cook stove, there's a bucket of old meat there. Ooh. No joke. A bucket.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like it was like like the clothes bins.
Yeah.
Like the clear storage bins.
Right. Yeah.
It was like that, but it was only about 5 inches deep. It was about 2 foot long by 1 foot wide on the floor with just ground meat. Looked like ground meat, but there was flies all over it, maggots. It was pungent. It was stinky. It'd been there for a few days.
Oh my God.
And he saw me. He caught me
like
looking at
sinister.
it. He saw me looking at it, and that's when he was like, "Oh, that's just we had to throw that meat out. That's what the dogs eat." And I'm like, "There ain't no dog
They're
here.
feeding their dogs
I ain't
Oh,
seen
there
no
wasn't a
dog.
dog?
I ain't seen a dog."
Oh no.
The first thing you do, like the first thing you see when you walk up to somebody's
Is a dog.
house,
It always
is a
comes and
dog.
greets you.
I mean, I go to 4 or 5 different houses a day, every day. You see a dog. If they got a dog, it ain't hiding from you.
Holy shit.
So I ain't seen a dog. I ain't heard a dog. And then, I mean, anyways, like I got 2 dogs myself. If I put down meat on the floor, it's gone fast. It damn sure ain't there enough or long enough for the flies to know about it.
Mine would kill it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or they would die trying.
Right.
You know? Yeah. So that was my next, like, okay. Like, don't touch many things. Do not touch your face after you touch something. This is when I get done with the top of the cook stove. I change the orifices out. And I open the oven, and that's when the smell gets me. And I'm like, there is, and if you've ever smelt a dead rat, the only way to describe it is that it smells like a dead rat.
Yeah.
1000%. Have you ever smelt a dead rat?
I don't know if I've ever smelt a dead rat.
You would know. You wouldn't have forgot about it. You would know because it's got such a
Distinct,
specific. Yeah, it smells just
like
I mean,
it doesn't just smell like a dead animal.
no, it doesn't. Like you got like just dead animals outside. Like it smells like just dead rat.
Oh
Yeah, and so I'm like, there's a dead rat in here. Oh shit! And I move the bottom plate, and there it is, and it's big. It ain't no foot. It ain't no foot long, but I mean, I'm gonna say 9 inches.
Oh my God.
Tail to nose, which I mean, tail to nose, so its body's about that big. It's 1.5 pounds. I mean, it's been
Holy
eating. It's
shit.
probably been nibbling on the meat that's been sitting out. You know,
I bet you're right.
I
I bet you that's what brought it in.
Yeah, it's what brought it in, and I don't know if it killed it because it was old or what happened. But this rat was dead, and it had been there long enough. The oils had started to seep,
Oh my God.
like its body oils, because it was starting to decompose. I guess. So yeah,
sick.
yeah. So that was another thing. I'm gonna move on from that because I could. It just So during all this time, like he's sitting there watching me. I was like, man, I said, you got a dead rat in here, and he was like, oh really? I was like, yeah. Do you smell that? And he was like, you know what? Yeah. Ooh, I'm starting to smell something now. That stinks. I'm like, oh, dude, don't sit here and tell me you just now started smelling the smell. Like it was, that's what I was smelling when I was walking up to the door.
Oh God. But some people that live, because like I'll walk in some people's houses and there's just a smell, there's an odor.
Yeah.
And I think when you're just in it for so long, you just get
Absolutely.
used to it. But still, I mean, it's no excuse.
But but I mean, it's not like you got some dogs that need a bath. You know, you don't bathe your dogs regularly, so it smells a little bit like a dog in there, and you just kind of get used to it. It's not like that. I mean, you got a dead rat and like meat, old meat out. You know,
That's
like
pretty brutal.
It's a dead. I mean, it just smells like dead animal in there. I don't care who you are. You ain't gonna get used to that. You had to have smelt it at some point. And the worst thing about it is they had been cooking in that oven. Don't know how many times, but they did at least once.
Golly, man.
So yeah. Anyway, he comes over there and he looks over my shoulder, and this is whenever I was like, okay, I'm getting out of here. He gets up. He comes behind me. And he's like, oh yeah, sure enough. He said, how you plan on getting that out of there? I was like, buddy, let me tell you.
No, he wanted you to get it out.
He wanted me to get it out, and I said, man, and he handed me like a metal rod, and he was like, here, you can try use this, and I said, I was like, I work for the gas company. I ain't no exterminator.
I'm glad you stood your ground on that. That's
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care who it is. That's. I mean,
sometimes in our line of work, it's hard to not be a people pleaser.
yeah.
But
I mean, you're in the.
that's too far.
Yeah, I mean, you're in like all in the kind of customer service.
Yeah.
You're in customer service, so it makes sense for you to try to
Oh my gosh.
please everybody. But by golly,
Let's talk about a little customer service. That was pretty shitty, by the way.
yeah, it was horrible.
Well, if y'all are followers of our golf channel, we are diving into the golf world, man.
Yeah.
We love it. We do a bunch of fun shit. We did a challenge a couple weeks ago where we did a shot if we made a bogey, and the shot contained spicy sardines, mustard sardines, apple cider vinegar, Louisiana hot sauce, and Fireball, and I puked immediately. Spoiler alert! It was the most disturbing thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Right, but this isn't about that. So we had played a course this past week. I'm not going to say name course.
No.
But we were playing out there, and we did a thing where we were trying to break 50. I don't know if y'all seen, even if you don't watch golf, most of you probably seen Bryson DeChambeau play with Trump. It was like a big thing, right? So we did that challenge to try to break 15, 18 holes. Well, we got to 9, and we did a little twist on it to where if we shotgunned a beer, we got a mulligan, because there's no way, realistically, that me and Ryan could break 50. We're not Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh no.
Ryan's not.
Peep the video coming out next week because it was a spanking.
Yeah. Anyways, well, we're re-chipping 2 chip shots.
Yeah.
And I hear something over my shoulder, and it's these people screaming at us to like get off, move on.
Well, before that, they yelled 4.
Yeah, like they hit a golf ball at us. There was no one, by the way, we didn't clear this up. There's no one behind us here. Right? So this is coming from the houses in the neighborhood of said course. And they're screaming 4. Didn't think much of it. Thought they were just like messing with us, drinking, whatever. Then I'm on my last chip. It's my 3rd chip shot. Right? And I hear, move on. You need to get off the course. Like, this isn't a practice green. And we're sitting there like
we just re-chipped a couple shots.
yeah, like what on earth? Like, what do you mean?
It doesn't make any sense, yeah.
And so we had kind of made the argument to him that like, what do you do during scramble tournaments? Because every golf course on earth hosts scramble tournaments.
Yeah.
And what's funny is they held one
3 days later.
3 days later where you were able to buy unlimited mulligans.
Unlimited. We had 16 mulligans.
Yeah.
We could have technically sat there. And mind you, we're chipping from, what, 10 yards off the green?
We were 10 yards off the green. They said we're tearing up the greens.
So you're not making a divot.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're making it, I've made divots before from that, but we weren't, you know?
Yeah, you're not. You're picking the grass, and it was crazy. And we've had some people kind of like, say stuff about it.
Yeah. Some people agree. Obviously, you're going to have some people that are like, oh, you're not supposed to be out there. But those are the rule followers.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You're not breaking any rules. Like, everyone that goes out there that hits a bad shot, your buddy drops the ball, you hit again in the same spot. No one says anything, man.
Well, and I mean, and they also knew. We notify every course we go to. We say, hey, before we even go and pay, we're like, we film a YouTube channel. We have a cart that follows around. We play a little slower because we're talking to the camera. We let everybody go around us. I mean, we've had to like rush and fit 3 holes in like 20, 30 minutes because we let so many people go around us.
Even if we see someone a hole behind us, we just stop, let them play their hole, and then let them pass us.
Yeah.
We're really good about it. But I don't want to just dive into it for that long. I just thought to add on to the shittery of the week.
Shittery of the week.
I mean, it was just unbelievable that they treat us like that. And you know what? Another thing, we just went ahead and paid for 18 holes out of good conscience.
Yeah.
Like, we only played 9 holes. We only play 9 holes every time we film. Mm-hmm. And so we both paid full price, 2 carts, one for our camera people, and they kick us off for re-chipping twice.
We buy stuff in every pro shop we go into. We buy stuff. Yeah. Just, I mean,
very good.
Like, don't need it, but it just makes us feel good too.
It was crazy, and I don't want to just absolutely go in on these people, but it just, I mean, like, come on, guys, like, we're not doing anything. We're out there respecting the course. It was actually cart path only that day, and I think we were the only people that did not drive on the course. Absolutely,
there was marks everywhere.
Oh yeah, they were all driving all over the course. We did not drive on that course once. We cleaned our divots. Like, it was just a mess, man.
Yeah, it could have been handled a little bit better. So I guess in other aspects of also happening said week,
hashtag
foosball starting back up.
Foosball is back, ladies and
gents. Rolling.
Football is back. It is a huge week. Most people literally don't give a shit, though, because it's preseason and no one plays any players that half the time it's players that won't even be on the roster in 5 weeks. But to say the less, the offseason flew by, and it's going to be a crazy year of football. Last year, the NFL had 9 starting quarterbacks get hurt. Everyone's back. It's going to be nuts. You got the Bears and the Texans today going at it for the first preseason game of the year. And I don't even know if I'm going to watch. It has gotten to a point where these preseason games are so pathetic.
Yeah.
They're so pathetic, man. And golly, you might as well just bet the under. You bet the under, you're going to win.
Yeah.
No one scores. And I might say this and then I'm wrong at the end of the week or whatever, but I just wish they took a little more pride in these preseason games. I wish college had preseason games. That would be cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I got to get back. I kind of fell off the little football train a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I got to get back into sports. I'm a big baseball guy. I love me some baseball. Everybody, I know I'm going to catch shit. If you don't like baseball, it's because you didn't play it. I understand that. If you don't know, if you didn't play it, it's a boring game.
So there is an argument what's more entertaining to watch on TV, golf or baseball?
If you like both of them equally,
yeah,
it would be. You would have to watch just 2 golfers though. You can only watch Bryson DeChambeau against
yeah, but
Scotty Scheffler the whole time.
I'm just saying I feel like baseball, the games are so meaningless now. It's so drug out. It's so drug out.
It's gotten pretty bad the past few years.
I actually enjoyed college baseball more because those games just mean
But
more.
let's go ahead and let's talk about. College sports are just better all around.
Yeah, I can agree with you.
There's still competition.
Yeah.
It's like if I'm in college, and I'm wanting to get paid $50 million, for a couple of years of playing the sport that I love. Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna be busting my ass winning some games. Plus, you a winning college baseball team, you get them honeys.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, man.
But once you get that $50 million in your pocket, you don't have to do nothing for it anymore. I know. You're there. Yeah. You got it.
Yeah, there's a point you just hope that their competitiveness and pride would pull them in. It's just, I don't know. It's professional sports overall. It's just, and it's all turned to this political shit that it's just half the time it's not even about sports at that point, and it's so frustrating because I miss I don't know. I'm a Cowboys fan. Go ahead, fucking shoot me. I know you're gonna hate me or whatever, but it's just
go boys.
It's so hard watching the same story every year with the Cowboys. And then I'm an Arkansas fan, and they have been bad for a long, long time. And it's just, sports for me have not been great. I still just absolutely go all in every single year and buy into both teams. And but it's a little early for me.
We sit here and say all this stuff too, but as soon as it kicks off, we're in there every day just go, 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 go.
Oh, yeah. But
get out there.
The football experience is how many times did we just cook some meat, drink some beer, watch some ball? That's what makes it, man.
Oh, absolutely. I think that if you couldn't, which I don't know why this would ever be the case, but if you, for some reason, couldn't watch sports and drink and cook food, they'd lose half their audience.
Oh, they'd lose a lot of their audience. People going to bars and watching sports is but it is nice just to have a sport on, and that's what I'm saying. With baseball, no one's going out to watch baseball right now. But if there's a football game, even if it was fucking, I guess I'll just team drop. But
today,
if you had the Colts and the Browns, no one around here gives a shit about them, right? People will go to the bar just to watch that because it's a football game on TV.
Because it's something to watch. It's competitiveness.
Yeah, but we have a game every Thursday or every week from now on until February. There's going to be a football game on the television
on Thursdays.
Well, just throughout the week. Yeah,
they need to pick a day and stick with it.
Well, they do. It's Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, and
so it's 3 days a week
for NFL, and then college is Saturdays, and some play on Fridays, so
it's pretty much almost. A man could say every day of the week.
Yeah,
that's wild.
My little girl's supposed to be coming week 1 of all the regular games, real season, regular season games.
Sarah's gonna have that butt.
Yeah, already got our little shirt. It says I watch football with my dad on Saturdays. We're gonna be ready to roll.
Just wait.
Gonna be ready to roll.
I got me a almost 2-year-old. She'll be 2 in a little over a month and a half, and she doesn't care about anything but running around.
Yeah, that's how they get.
Running around.
Terrible twos. Is she terrible right now?
Yeah, she went through, so it's like hard to tell because like she got her molars. Like the teething process is hard when you're a parent. I mean, it's horrible. You feel bad for the kids, but it's tough because it hurts. Like they're sitting there crying,
it's got to.
And like you can see like the tooth breaking through the skin, and it's just horrible. But she's not bad. She's just, you can tell that she's like testing you.
Yeah.
That's what gets you. Like the other day, she was sitting on the couch right beside me. She took a drink of water and she came over here and she stood right here and I could just feel her looking a hole in my head. And I turned over there and I'm like, I looked at her and I could see, I knew she had a cheek full of water. And I said, you better swallow that right now. And she looks in I could feel it down here.
Oh,
and
no.
she looked at me and I know she just said, watch.
Oh, and she spits it.
Spits it. And I was like, oh my God. And of course, so I take the water away and I get mad and I stomp off, set the water on the counter. I come back and I sit down and I'm like, why did you do that? And then she comes over and she cuddles up to me.
Yeah.
And she points at her water and I'm like, I guess it's just water.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
it's not a big deal. Yeah.
I go give it back to her. But
Man.
it's they wear you out.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's going to be a learning
fun.
process. Yeah.
It's definitely fun when they start like noticing who you are and like the difference between mommy and daddy and they start being lovey and cuddly.
Yeah.
It's
That
huge.
was I'm having a little girl. I don't know if I said that, but I think there is, like, if I was having a boy, I would want to be like not hard on him, but like when he was like had his temper tantrums when he was like 2 or 3, I would want to be like, hey, you man up.
You
But,
quit
like,
that.
With a girl, I think she's just gonna look at me and cry, and I'm just gonna be like, God.
Well, like, and the worst about it is that like you can't control your temper, so you get mad at him, and then it like once you settle down, you're like, golly,
Yeah,
like
she's only 2.
I didn't have to be like that, and then you go over there and you feel bad. Well, that's like now is when she's getting that.
Yeah.
She knows that, and that's what's
Daddy's
tough.
coming back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And she knows that now I feel bad. She can get away with more.
Golly.
Yeah, it's tough. And I mean, I don't care who you are or what you say. When your little blonde-headed, blue-eyed girl looks at you and is like, I want this, you're like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll get it.
I know. Shit. My pockets are in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about
Just
to
like that
burn
sign right there, Dad, the handsome guy with a wallet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I already got me some dad stuff.
Yeah.
hanging up. Proud dad already. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I was as a kid. I think I was a good kid. You were probably a little sack of shit. I mean,
I don't know that I feel like you were probably a good kid because you had 3 sisters.
yeah,
I mean, and you were the youngest.
I was the youngest.
So you by a lot on 2 of them.
Yeah, they had
And-
like 20 years on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was a different time when you grew up. I was the oldest and
Firstborn.
rambunctious.
Yeah.
And then I had 2 little sisters that kind of like to copy me, but at the same time always team up and tell on me. So I had to be I was a turd. I think I was tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna everything I've got coming to me is well earned.
Yeah, you this is your karma here for
Yeah.
being a little shithead.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I was a shithead.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah. Well,
kids.
I don't know. Moving on from the kids, we probably got a lot of audience that don't have kids. and care to hear
Yeah.
about it. But
Yeah.
if you do, or if you have any tips for me, I'm nervous to be in that room when she's giving birth.
It ain't that bad.
I'm scared.
It
I'm
ain't
scared as
that
hell.
bad. Okay. Let's hear it from everybody. The guys, whenever it happened, like whenever, I don't know if y'all all watched The Miracle of Life and biology.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're 9th grade and up, you've watched The Miracle of Life.
Yeah, and I'd gagged the entire time.
I mean, it wasn't nothing great about it. Yeah.
No,
And
it's a tough scene. It looks like a murder scene down there. It is. It is brutal.
Yeah, but I mean, when it happens, it's so much going on, and your adrenaline's so high, you're not.
That's
paying
what
attention
I'm
to all
hoping.
of it.
I just kind of snap into a.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would almost bet on the line that you pass out.
I think there's a good chance. We know one of the nurses that's going to be in there, and I told her that. Like,
Oh, a nurse is going to be.
we're hoping so.
Okay.
But if that doesn't work out, I'm in trouble because I've kind of warned her that there is a chance. There's some IVs that I've gotten that they didn't stick in the right places that have put me
Put you out.
Yeah, not out.
Damn
but
near.
Like, I need a Gatorade, and they got me a cold rag. Like it's tough.
God dang, that's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, I don't know. But speaking of good things now,
Yeah.
let's talk about some good food you had this week.
Well, I mean, just a minute ago,
Yeah.
we had that. I don't know where all Piata is. It's
I think Piata's a chain. I think
Is
it's
it?
around. Yeah.
they've got like salads, wraps, and like pastas. It's like Italian food. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that wrap we had.
Oh, it's like the perfect amount too.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just enough to hold you over for a couple hours. But like, geez, it was so good.
Yeah, we got the chef's favorite. It had like lettuce, cheese, chicken, spicy ranch.
And it had this sauce called it was like Diavoli sauce or
Yeah.
something.
Oh man.
It was
Oh,
like
it
a
was good.
creamy red. Oh, buddy.
We had to scarf it down
Mwah,
before the
sauce.
pod.
It
But
so
it
good.
was a
Your
good,
mouth's watering a little bit too right now. I
could eat another.
yeah, I get
I
it.
could eat another.
I know for a fact, I'm not proud of it, but I could eat 2, maybe 2.5 more.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know something to talk about that's crazy. This man's never had Chipotle.
I've never had Chipotle, and I hate it for me.
He's never had Chipotle.
I've always wanted it, but it's not a place that I guess I've never. If I'm going to Tyler, which is where we live, if I'm going to Tyler, I'm going to a sit down restaurant.
Yeah, it's just
Or if I'm doing fast food, I'm
I
doing
feel like everyone's had Chipotle, and Chipotle's kind of like this place. That Piata is more like the Italian version of Chipotle.
yeah.
Like Chipotle is just a little more like
God, I've
Mexican.
always wanted to go.
Oh, it's good. The burritos are great.
I'm gonna have. That may be something we have to do this next week.
Yeah, you need to try Chipotle. Like, and it's perfect, like, pre-round meal or something.
Yeah.
Like, get you a quick little burrito or a bowl. Just get you.
I've seen
rolling.
people that make the videos of like they make them get like 3 tortillas and
Yeah.
like make huge burritos.
Yeah, they're huge. They're huge burritos, but then they like fold them down, and then they like end up being like that big.
Really?
And they're just
So you have like, you know what the worst thing is when you bite into a burrito or something and you've got this much wadded up tortilla and then this much of the shit they put in there.
that's a tough scene. That happens a lot.
Happens too often.
Yeah, it happens a whole lot. And I'm
And you
over-
don't know it until you've done paid for it and gone on.
but
They
it's-
got you.
It's hard to find a good burrito. Like
It is.
it's really hard. Like you have to go to the right place. Like if you go to a Mexican food restaurant, 80% of the time you're gonna take that fork, you're gonna jab the end of it, and it's only just like you said, it's only gonna be a
Tortilla,
tortilla. And then
yeah.
you got 3 bites of burrito. After.
Yeah, you got 3 bites of meat,
Would
rice, and
fill
some
up
cheese.
a child. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty unbelievable. But
It's terrible. What is so if you're going, because like I said, like if I'm going to get fast food from like town, I'm probably going, honestly, my number one's Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is great.
But where are you going?
So it just depends on the week. I have gotten into Cane's. I love Cane's.
Oh, yeah, I do love me some Cane's.
Cane's is great. Here recently, I've been in like the bowl kind of mood, so I have gone to Chipotle quite a bit. But yeah, I don't know. It really just depends. Sometimes it is Chick-fil-A. Whataburger is fucking obviously unbelievable.
Whataburger, yeah.
Like dude, there is nothing like getting drunk and then like eating Whataburger.
Whataburger's that place. I'm sure everybody's got them wherever you are. But Whataburger's like that place where you can be drunk, and that's like, it sounds like a gourmet meal.
Yeah.
And you get it, and you get it, and you're eating it, and if you just videoed yourself while you eat drunk Whataburger, I
Oh,
bet it
man.
looks like a.
And they just like salty fry, like so salty.
And you get
God,
that spicy
so
ketchup
good.
on there.
There's nothing like it
Oh,
at the end
buddy.
of the night after a tough night.
Golly, I'm a hungry boy.
Yeah, we got to get off the food topic.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we're going to dive back into it. I think it's time that we go ahead and hit our final segment of the week.
We're gonna go top 3, and Hood chose this week, And you said
Desserts.
desserts.
We're going to do top 3 desserts. You guys are going to comment who you think wins this segment. We're going to try not to pick each other's. Pretty much how this is going to go is me or Ryan is going to go first. We're going to flip the Zen can.
I'm going first.
And see who goes first. Now we're going to flip the Zen can. And y'all just comment who y'all think has the best dessert. Yeah, here we go. Flip it. I'm top of the Zen.
Well, yeah. Did you say that if you say it, I can't say it?
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I did not explain that right.
Yeah, not at all. Didn't explain it at all.
I say like cheesecake, Ryan cannot say cheesecake after that. It's off the board. It's off the board completely. So you got to pick the best dessert options on the table.
Yeah.
The one spot's pretty big here. I think there's I don't know if it's that big, but let's go.
One spot. Oh, God.
I'm top of the Zen. You're bottom of the Zen.
Okay. Okay.
You go first.
I'm going to say my top dessert, like if I'm eating, I'm going ice cream. Cookies and
Ice
cream.
cream.
Like a Blizzard or a Concrete.
Well, you could have got that in
Like
the
a
third
custard.
round because I did not. I don't need ice
But
cream.
that's my number one. If I'm eating, I'm like ice cream, man.
I don't hate. I mean, there's so many people that enjoy ice cream, but it's not for me.
It's got to be probably close to the number one dessert.
I mean, it's probably up there. It's just sugar milk, though. Like I don't get that. I don't understand. Whatever.
There's more to it.
I'll leave it. I'm
Anyways.
gonna go first or second, and my first pick is going to be cheesecake. Any kind of cheesecake. Man, any kind of cheesecake. You can't take any kind of cheesecake.
Well, then you can't take any kind of ice cream.
I don't want ice cream.
But if you did, you can't take it.
I don't want it. It's a piece of shit.
Cheesecake is a good one. For my number 2, then, if we're taking up all of it, my number 2 is going to be cookies.
God, I was hoping you would.
I'm a cookie guy.
Yeah, cookies are great. Cookies are. That's what I thought you were going to pick first is cookies.
Yeah. I mean, that's honest to God. I would probably. I mean, cookies and cream is what I said. Ice cream. So I kind of get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I guess. I don't
Sorry.
know. Yeah. All right. With number 2, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take brownies off the board right here, right now.
So you can have brownies all day.
Yeah.
I like a molten lava cake or something like that, but damn, I forgot about a Pizookie. No, that's a skillet cookie. Still safe.
Yeah, I was about to say that's literally what you ice cream and a cookie.
Moving on.
Yeah.
My number 3, I'm gonna have to go with pie.
Just pie.
Well, I know that you like a certain type of pie, and I'm surprised you didn't say that at 1st, honestly.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, fine. I'll say pie.
You just want pie.
Come up with your own.
Like
yeah.
pie in general.
I mean, my favorite pie is gonna have to be a caramel pie. Or a buttermilk pie.
Ugh. This
pie.
third pick is important for me.
Yeah. I don't find you beating me.
I don't know. I think there's probably some people out there that don't necessarily like ice cream as much as you think.
But I promise you, if I would have just said my favorite pie and you would have gone with your pie, you weren't gonna win.
Okay. Let me think here. I'm gonna go off on a limb. Oh God, no! That isn't gonna fare.
It's tough.
I almost said banana pudding, and I knew that wouldn't. That's one of my favorites.
That's a good one, but if you're going for your favorite, then that's the way to go. But if you're going for just a overall
I'm just
pop,
gonna take cake.
Cake.
I'm just gonna take cake. Every birthday party, you get a cake for dessert.
And nobody. If you go to a birthday party and they're like, "Oh, cake," and everybody's passing cake out, literally, like 70 to 80% of the people that get the cake, they're like, "I don't really like cake."
Yeah.
Like nobody likes cake.
Well, yeah,
Not birthday cake or shit like that.
yeah.
Cookie cake though. I fucks with a
kinda-
cookie cake.
I was kind of out of options there. I didn't.
Yeah.
I really wanted cookies. I was hoping to get brownies late. It just didn't work
So
out.
there we got for me. It's ice cream, cookies, and pie. I mean, you're not gonna get. You're gonna go into your grandmother's house. You're gonna find those 3 things. If you go in you maybe brownies, but you're not finding cheesecake.
It all depends on how our audience takes ice cream. I think is how this is gonna go. Because there's a lot of people that are cheesecake like heads, and that may win it for them.
Yeah.
All you cheesecake people out there, just think about it. What would you rather have for your last dessert ever, cheesecake or ice cream? That's really
No, that's not what it comes down to.
It is.
If you had to choose my 3 options or his 3 options to eat for the rest of your life as your desserts, Monday you can have ice cream, Tuesday you can have ice cream, Friday you could have cookie. You can mix it up every day, however you wanted.
Or you could have a cheesecake and then a brownie and then a piece of cake, any kind of cake, banana cake, strawberry
too much cake.
chocolate cake.
It's too much cake.
No.
Like, I'm not gonna eat a raspberry cake and then go eat me a cheesecake. It's too much cake.
Yeah, but cheesecake is...
You're upset with your options? Kinda.
It wasn't my best week. But I still think I win. So we're going to just say it one more time. Ryan takes in the number 1 spot, he takes ice cream. At number 2, he takes cookies. And number 3, he takes... What'd you take? Pie, that's right. And he takes pie.
Jesus.
And then my top 3, I went with cheesecake in the 1 hole. In the 2nd spot, I took brownies. And in the 3rd spot, I took just cake. I don't love that fucking pick.
I don't know. I mean,
I think the cake might screw me, but it is what it is. I
if you win, I'm going to come up with an argument about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to come up with an argument and you can't change it now. It's locked in, but I could almost argue that cheesecake is cake.
No, it's different. It's different. There's definitely a difference. There's difference. There's totally a difference.
Then cookie cake. More people, I feel like a lot of people.
Yeah, but you already took cookie. That involves.
Yeah, so I can still have a cookie cake. A birthday cookie cake from Great American Cookie.
I think we should have done that different. We're not going to do it again. But
you're just mad. You're upset with your options.
We probably shouldn't have done, like, if you say pie, it's like off the board. It should have been like a certain type of pie.
Well, you started that.
Yeah, I know.
With cheesecake.
Yeah, it just needs to be different next time.
Well,
but anyways,
you live and you learn, you laugh and you love.
This is our first episode. Thank you guys for watching. We are going to get better at this. It's just kind of our first trial run.
Hope y'all enjoyed it.
If y'all are followers of our golf channel, thank you for all the support. And if you are not, please go click that subscribe button. It really helps us. We got some big stuff coming, some really exciting shit coming.
Yeah. The ball's rolling.
The ball has really started to roll. We're meeting the right people. And, man, we are excited. But we need y'all in on it. We want y'all to be a part of the group. It's early. You can jump on now. We're going to dive into the gaming world here soon and get back in the games and on the Twitch streams. But for now, this is the Thick and Tall Tales, and we will see y'all next week.
See y'all for the next one.